Dear Cancer, 2025 is your year of awakening. If you felt stuck, the universe is about to give you a cosmic push you can't ignore. Sometimes life brings us to a crossroads where, even when everything seems clear, we find ourselves unable to speak, unable to act, and forced instead to wait in silence. The strength is already inside us. The power is already within reach, yet circumstances demand patience, as though time itself must first open the door. That is exactly how the cosmic presence of Rahu has felt in recent months. A giant force lying dormant, waiting to awaken. Rahu has now entered the 8th house of Cancer, a realm traditionally belonging to Saturn. It is here, in this mysterious and transformative sector, that Rahu finds true power. And yet, until now, Rahu has been like a king without a crown, a ruler whose brilliance was hidden, as though the kingdom existed, but the glory remained veiled from the world. This journey began on May 18th, 2025, at 7:35 in the evening, when Rahu left the house of Jupiter and stepped directly into the domain of his closest ally, Saturn, by moving into Cancer's 8th house. It was the beginning of a new direction, a moment written in cosmic ink, and yet Rahu's activity did not manifest instantly. Why? Because Rahu is retrograde, moving backward from 30 degrees to 22, then to 28, and now settling near 24 degrees. Rahu has been retreating into a strange slumber, but that period of dormancy is about to end. On September 2nd, Rahu will cross an invisible threshold. From that moment forward, Rahu will awaken. The planet will shed its cloak of stillness, and its influence will begin to roar like a storm-breaking silence. In astrology, whenever a planet lingers between 24 and 30 degrees, it is considered to be in a state of apparent death, a phase where its strength feels suppressed and its impact subdued. But once that line is crossed, the so-called death dissolves. The planet rises again, more powerful, more vibrant, and more commanding than before. And Rahu is unlike any other planet. Usually, the planets are compared to gentle winds or soft breezes, sometimes a whisper, sometimes a gust. But Rahu is not a breeze. Rahu is a cyclone. He is a force of upheaval. His arrival is not just about turning things upside down. It is about lifting ordinary people into extraordinary heights. Rahu is that storm which knows the hidden paths to nectar, the unseen shortcuts to destiny. And in the 8th house of Cancer, his awakening is not just an event. It is the foundation of an era. From September 2nd, Rahu's influence will remain active until December 5th, 2026. In this span of time, those who find his grace will see their destinies rewritten. Entire lives can be reshaped under this current. This is Rahu's awakening. This is the start of a new chapter, a new beginning. Now it is time to explore how Rahu's presence will manifest, because as Rahu awakens, 10 powerful shifts will unfold. Shifts that can impact not only your personal journey, but also the collective path of society. First comes transformation. The 8th house has always been known as the house of change, rebirth, and hidden truths. It is where endings give rise to beginnings, where old shells break and new forms emerge. With Rahu here, transformation is not optional. It is inevitable. If you have felt trapped in cycles of struggle, stuck in careers, relationships, or internal conflicts, this is the moment of release. Rahu whispers, "Enough. Break the chains. Step into a new direction." His very nature is rebellion against limits, refusal to bow to old patterns. Sometimes this transformation comes through sudden events, other times through the slow pressure of circumstances, and often It comes from within, a restless feeling that refuses to let you stay where you've been. For Cancer-born individuals especially, this transformation will be profound. If you have felt suffocated in jobs, relationships, or roles that were never truly yours, Rahu is clearing the stage. He is telling you to take the pen back into your own hands and write your story for yourself. Second comes the call toward hidden knowledge. The 8th house is not only about change, but about the mysteries of existence. It is the home of occult sciences, psychology, and the deeper layers of truth. When Rahu activates this space, curiosity becomes insatiable. You may find yourself drawn to astrology, metaphysics, or spiritual practices, or perhaps your hunger for truth leads you toward research, investigation, or science itself. Rahu sharpens the eyes to see what lies beneath the surface. This is the moment when secrets can be uncovered, when the hidden currents of life are revealed. If you are involved in medicine, psychology, or any field of deep study, Rahu's influence will magnify your breakthroughs. He stirs the soul to dive deeper, to refuse shallow answers. His message is clear. The seeker within you must awaken. You must go where others do not look, because there lies the treasure. Third is wealth. The 2nd house in astrology governs resources, possessions, and values. Rahu's 7th aspect now falls there, and whenever Rahu gazes upon wealth, extremes follow. He either blocks the flow or opens gates to abundance. In this season, Rahu's glance is favorable, which means money long stuck may begin to move again. Investments may recover. Unexpected sources of income may arrive. Opportunities that once seemed impossible could now surface. For Cancer natives, financial stability grows stronger. Rahu's influence here teaches a vital lesson. Money is a tool, not the goal. When channeled correctly, it creates peace and stability in the family. And under this influence, you may not only find wealth, but learn the wisdom to manage it. Fourth is family harmony. The 2nd house is not just wealth, but also lineage, communication, and bonds. With Rahu's energy directed here, family dynamics shift. If conflicts or misunderstandings have lingered in your household, reconciliation now becomes possible. Rahu shows you that family is more than blood. It is an anchor of emotional support. Many of you will find yourselves taking bold steps in matters you once avoided. Property discussions, educational choices for children, or resolving old disputes. Yet, Rahu's gaze also reminds you of caution. Words can become sharp. Misunderstandings can be fueled by careless speech. If you soften your language and choose patience, Rahu can transform you into the binding force of your family. Fifth is property and home. Rahu's 9th aspect now falls on the 4th house, the realm of home, stability, and inner peace. For those entangled in property disputes or waiting for long-delayed construction projects, this influence may clear the blockages. Sudden breakthroughs are possible. Registrations finalized, inheritance settled, projects moving forward, careers connected with real estate, construction, or design may flourish. Yet, the lesson here is subtle. Rahu is reminding you that external homes and possessions mean little without inner peace. You may acquire wealth and houses, but unless you transcend your inner fears, true happiness will remain incomplete. Rahu is urging you to rise above insecurity, to claim both material and emotional stability. Sixth is caution against illusions. Rahu's most deceptive strength lies in confusion. He creates mirages. He tests your ability to separate truth from delusion. For Cancer natives, this is a warning. If fear or doubt takes root, Rahu may trap you in your own mental web. The key is clarity. Refuse to be swayed by rumors, misinformation, or irrational fear. Stay focused on your vision, just as Rahu once found the hidden path to the nectar in the cosmic churning of the ocean. Trust your direction and Rahu will lift you higher. But if you surrender to panic, Rahu's illusion can sabotage your journey. This is the moment to hold steady, to think clearly, and to make bold decisions with confidence. Seventh is a remedy. No cosmic influences without balance. Rahu's storm can be aligned through devotion. In Vedic wisdom, Rahu finds peace in Lord Shiva. For those experiencing turbulence, practices of prayer, meditation, or spiritual discipline can ground you. Simple acts, offering water, lighting a candle, chanting in silence, can neutralize the chaos and turn Rahu's winds into wings. In American culture too, this lesson resonates. Grounding rituals, mindfulness, meditation, all create the space for Rahu's energy to elevate rather than unsettle. Eighth is the transformation of personal power. Rahu in the 8th house pushes you to confront your inner limitations, your fears, and old habits that have kept you small. For years, you may have felt trapped in patterns of thinking that no longer serve you, or restrained by circumstances that seemed impossible to change. But Rahu's awakening signals that your personal power is about to shift. You are being called to step into your own authority, to reclaim the control over your life that may have felt stolen or muted. The retrograde period has been a preparation, a time of quiet reflection, of inward planning, and now the storm is ready to sweep away old doubts, old constraints. You will feel a surge of courage, a willingness to act in ways that may have previously scared you. And it is not reckless courage. It is calculated, focused, and transformative. Ninth is the awakening of intuition and psychic perception. The 8th house is deeply linked with unseen energies, psychic awareness, and the mysteries that lie beyond ordinary perception. Rahu's energy here can dramatically enhance your intuition. You may notice a heightened sense of knowing, sudden insights, premonitions, or an uncanny ability to read situations accurately before others. For some, dreams may become vivid and meaningful, carrying messages that guide decision-making in waking life. It is as though the veil between the conscious and subconscious mind is lifted. In practical terms, this heightened perception can influence business decisions, creative pursuits, and even relationships. Trusting your intuition during this period is not optional, it is essential. Rahu is guiding you to pay attention to the subtle signs, the whispers of the universe, and the patterns that are invisible to ordinary eyes. 10th is the realization of destiny and life purpose. Rahu's full awakening in the 8th house is a call to live in alignment with your highest purpose. This is not about superficial goals or external achievements alone. It is about uncovering the path that resonates deeply with your soul. Many Cancer-born individuals will experience pivotal moments where their career, relationships, and personal development intersect in ways that feel preordained. The obstacles and delays that once frustrated you now become the very stepping stones that prepare you for this awakening. The key here is awareness and action. Recognizing the signs, making informed choices, and embracing the transformative energy that Rahu brings. This is a time when life can pivot dramatically, and the decisions you make will have long-lasting effects on your journey. Throughout this period, Rahu will not act gently. He is a storm, unpredictable and forceful, yet full of potential. This energy can dismantle outdated structures in your life, but it also offers the tools to rebuild stronger foundations. Every challenge that arises during this period is a disguised opportunity, a call to confront the hidden truths that you have been avoiding. If handled with courage and awareness, these storms can elevate you to a level of growth insight and achievement that would have seemed impossible before. It is important to remember that Rahu's influence is intensely personal. While general trends and predictions apply, the exact manifestation depends on how you interact with this energy. Are you passive, allowing fear to control your choices, or do you step into the flow, making conscious, deliberate decisions that align with your evolving purpose? This is not a time for indecision or procrastination. The cosmic currents favor those who act with clarity, integrity, and intention. Now, let us consider the practical implications for daily life. Many of you may have experienced stagnation in careers or finances, projects that stalled, opportunities that slipped away, or investments that yielded little. Under Rahu's current influence, these areas are likely to gain momentum. Unexpected breakthroughs, sudden opportunities, and insights that redirect your approach are all possible. This is particularly significant for those whose work involves research, technology, creative fields, or finance. Patience combined with alertness is key. Recognize the moments of opportunity as they arise, and do not let fear or hesitation hold you back. Relationships will also undergo profound shifts. Rahu's energy in the 8th house has the power to transform personal connections, revealing hidden dynamics and motivations. Old relationships that no longer serve your growth may dissolve, while new alliances, deeply meaningful and potentially life-changing, may emerge. For those already in committed partnerships, this influence encourages deeper understanding, honest communication, and a willingness to confront underlying issues. Superficial harmony will not suffice. True intimacy requires courage and vulnerability. Rahu's influence may initially feel uncomfortable, as it brings hidden tensions to light, but ultimately it fosters authentic connections and emotional empowerment. Health and well-being are also highlighted during this transit. Rahu's energy can manifest as subtle stress, restlessness, or a sense of being unsettled. It is essential to maintain routines that nourish the body and mind, such as meditation, gentle exercise, and mindful practices. Mental clarity and emotional resilience will be your allies, allowing you to navigate the intense, transformative energies without being overwhelmed. Those who honor their need for rest, reflection, and self-care will find themselves strengthened, better able to harness Rahu's power for positive growth. Education, learning, and self-development are deeply favored. Rahu awakens curiosity, and during this period, you may feel compelled to study subjects that were previously intimidating or complex. Whether it is astrology, psychology, metaphysics, or technical sciences, the mind becomes sharper, perception keener, and memory more attuned to subtle patterns. For students and lifelong learners alike, this period can unlock extraordinary potential for mastery and understanding. Spiritual growth and inner exploration are perhaps the most profound effects of this transit. Rahu in the 8th house acts as a catalyst, awakening a thirst for deeper understanding of life, death, and the unseen forces that guide human experience. Meditation, mindfulness, and reflective practices are not just beneficial, they are transformative. Through these practices, you align with the higher currents of energy, gaining insight, wisdom, and resilience. Spiritual awakening during this time is not abstract. It is practical, guiding choices, relationships, and actions toward greater authenticity and fulfillment. Financial stability will begin to align with life purpose. The combination of heightened intuition, strategic thinking, and emerging opportunities means that money and resources can flow more freely, but only if managed wisely. Rash decisions or fear-driven choices may squander potential, while careful planning and informed risk-taking can yield substantial rewards. Rahu encourages innovation, creative solutions, and the courage to step outside conventional approaches. This is a period where your ingenuity, insight, and willingness to embrace change can translate directly into tangible success. Career transformations are likely. Many individuals may feel drawn to shift paths, explore entrepreneurship, or take on roles that demand greater responsibility and vision. Rahu challenges complacency, urging you to embrace growth even if it feels uncomfortable. The old patterns of work, hierarchy, or routine may no longer satisfy, prompting bold decisions that redefine professional identity. Success will favor those who balance ambition with integrity, strategic thinking with intuition, and action with patience. The culmination of this period, December 5th, 2026, will mark a turning point. By this time, the lessons of Rahu's awakening will be fully integrated into your life. You will find yourself standing at the threshold of a new identity, one shaped by insight, resilience, and the transformative power of conscious choice. The experiences of this transit are not fleeting. They are foundational, influencing the course of the next decade of your life. Ultimately, the message of Rahu is empowerment. It is a reminder that the storms of life, while daunting, carry the seeds of transformation. You have within you the courage, strength, and insight to navigate these energies successfully. The path may be turbulent at times, but each challenge presents an opportunity to rise higher, to see more clearly, and to live more authentically. This is not merely a period of external change. It is a profound inner evolution, calling you to embrace your full potential, confront your fears, and step boldly into your destiny. As Rahu awakens, it is an invitation to shed the old and embrace the new, to honor your intuition and trust the unseen guidance that surrounds you. The cosmic currents are shifting, and those who respond with awareness, courage, and clarity will find themselves transformed in ways that extend far beyond the material plane. So, dear viewer, take this moment seriously. Reflect on the areas of life where you have felt stuck, powerless, or restrained. Recognize that Rahu's energy is now available to guide you toward liberation, empowerment, and growth. Step forward with confidence, embrace change, and allow this extraordinary planetary influence to catalyze the life you were always meant to lead. Remember, this is more than astrology. It is an opportunity to awaken your consciousness, align with your purpose, and step into a new chapter of personal and spiritual evolution. Trust the process, trust yourself, and embrace the transformative power of Rahu. Your destiny is calling. Will you rise to meet it? Until the next horoscope update, thank you.